Welcome to another pick a card reading. Today we're going to find out how you can find your purpose, whether that is something that you currently should be doing or something long-term, like a goal or something. We haven't done this type of reading in a while, so I wanted to do another one. So if you're new here, you can choose one of these three decks or the objects on them. We have a lantern, a pinecone, and a hedgehog. So whichever one calls to you, wherever your eyes keep being pulled at, that will be your pile. If you're having trouble choosing, you can take a deep breath and close your eyes and ask yourself, how can I find my purpose? Feel the weight of the words. Let it flow through you. Take another deep breath. Open your eyes, and wherever you keep being pulled at, that will be your group. You can watch more than one. Sometimes the messages do connect, or sometimes each group will have something for you, like little puzzle pieces that connect somehow. So whatever you're being drawn to or called to do, do it. So the timestamps are in the description box below. You can check that out and click on it to be taken to your reading. And I also do personal readings. These on YouTube are general, so it might not resonate with everyone. Personal ones will resonate with you because it's only for you. So all the links are down below, and I will see you in your reading. Welcome, Group 1. So if you chose the lantern, this will be your reading. So how can you find your purpose? Shine brightly. So you have to get yourself out there more. You have to be seen. So this could be for people that let's say are content creators or doing something maybe, or want to do something with YouTube, or just people having to see you. And it doesn't have to be that you have to show your face, but just, being out there, putting yourself out there, shining brightly, standing out, doing something unique. Like if you have an idea that not many people are doing, or people maybe haven't thought of, or it's like a rare or a really specific niche or something, it's like, why aren't you doing it? Right? Because it's not about fame or popularity, but it can put you on the map for something greater, to make a better life for yourself with it, or help a community, or something. So putting yourself out there is a way. Be an open channel. Mediumship, ancestor, spirits. So this is connecting with the divine, connecting with the other side, opening up your intuition. Because you can't find your purpose with your human brain, right? Your brain only knows what you have learned in this life, but your spirit is eternal. It carries memories from all your past lives. So connecting with the spirit, with the divine, with higher source, you are then able to get insights and knowledge, the knowing, the gut feeling of what you have to do next, what you should be doing. Okay, so be an open channel. Open yourself up to the divine. Interact and relate. Community, family, traditions. Okay, so it's not just about connecting with your community and your family. I feel like it's possible that someone in your bloodline, like you inherited some sort of skill from someone in your bloodline, and it seems like maybe it was passed down to you because you have to carry it on. You have to be the one that brings this into the world, right? Maybe your great-grandmother was a great seamstress, but that, it wasn't her job. It was just something she done as a hobby, or or just, for mending things that need to be mended or something like that. But she was so good at it, and you inherited this skill. And it's like, don't do it just as a hobby. Stand out, show your designs. It's something like that. It's something that your ancestors have passed down onto you. So you have to connect, see what it is, what sort of skills you have that were passed down. Love. So this could be about bringing love into the situation, about being more kinder to yourself, because you cannot know what your purpose is if you're constantly battling yourself, if you're battling your demons, if you're opposing yourself and talking down to yourself. You can't figure out what you have to do. The universe, like, you're basically blocking the universe because of that. You have to flow. It's like, imagine if there's a stream of water, right, that's always perfectly flowing, and you put a barrier there. All that water on one side is going to, keep collecting. The other side is going to be empty and dry because no water is coming further down that stream. And it's like there's this blockage, right? There's too much of one thing here and not enough on the other side. So that's what you're doing with your own thoughts. You're causing stagnation. And no matter what you do, that you put things out there, for example, applying to jobs or trying to find a soulmate or whatever it is that you're trying to do, nothing will come out of it as long as you're constantly bringing yourself down. When you're stuck in that pessimistic, negative tone towards yourself, towards life, if you're constantly seeing life in a negative way, how can you expect for something great to come along if you are expecting only negative things? Your expectations is what feeds your experience. So as long as you keep doing that, you're not going to see the rewards. You're not going to see great stuff. Okay? You have been programmed to think that seeing is believing, but the opposite is true. In order to see the outcomes, to see greatness and better things, you actually have to first believe in them. So bring love into the situation. Bring love to yourself. Be more kinder to yourself. Invest in yourself. Okay? So healthier food. And yes, it may be more expensive, but it's like that for a reason. It's so that you don't buy it. Because they know that people will, they'll focus on the price instead of the long-term effects. For example, eating healthier food and spending more on it will cause you to spend less on medical bills, will cause you to not have to buy pills or medication to numb whatever it is that you're feeling, the pain and stuff, because of the bad food you're eating, right? So in the long run, it actually is cheaper to buy healthier than it is to buy the toxic stuff. So invest in yourself. Even if you don't feel your worth right now, still invest in yourself so that you're telling the universe, I am worthy. I am taking my time on me, on my mental health, on my physical health, my emotional health. I am worthy. And slowly, that blockage in that stream is going to crumble down little by little until you start to believe it fully. Sexuality. This could be about also healing your sexual flow, right? Because sexuality is connected with the divine self. It's a form of expression. So being in control of your sexuality and not giving in to lust so easily, that is going to build strength in you. Okay, if you're constantly in that mental state of sexual, that is always low vibrational because you're not functioning in a form of love. you're functioning in lust, and that is degrading to the body, to the mental state, to your emotions. It degrades you and lowers you to a very low frequency. Okay, so you need to take control of your sexuality. To, even if you're expressing it by yourself and you don't have a partner, do it in the times that you feel love towards your body. Love for something, okay, not lust. And I'm not saying that lust is always bad. Of course, if you have a partner and you love them a lot and lust comes with it, that is fine. But if you're functioning on lust without any emotion of love in it, that is when it degrades you. The hidden worlds. Changing consciousness, awareness, extrasensory perception. So some of you could have certain abilities that could benefit the world and benefit other people, and that could be your purpose. Even if you don't make it as a career, because sometimes when you place monetary gain on spiritual gifts, you tend to lose the gifts, because you were meant to help people and not make a business out of it, not make wealth from it. If you're meant to serve others with this gift, then do it as something on the side. Because your purpose doesn't mean something that you should be doing for money. Your purpose just means something that you should be doing with your life. So you could have a normal job, but on the side, help people. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Okay, so the way to find your purpose, along with the previous messages already said, is to not weigh yourself down, to not overthink, to not force it. You will get the feeling of what you have to do when you are at your calm, okay? Anything that you need a solution on, you will never get the answer when you are hard on yourself, when there's heaviness, where you're forcing it, where you're overthinking it, because you're just burning yourself out and you're not being able to easily connect to your intuition, to higher realms or the divine, in order to have it just flow through you. Okay, so you need to stop overthinking it. Stop being too serious. Okay, with the Hermit, you have spending time alone in stillness, in meditation, distancing yourself from maybe social media or your environment could help you tune in better to your higher self. And a lot of people may not understand what the higher self is. Imagine yourself, basically, you have the mind, body, and spirit, right? But there's a middle aspect of you between the you here and creator source. Okay, there's that middle sort of section. And when you are meditating, when you are in your stillness, you are connecting to that middle aspect that is connected to higher source. Okay, so there's like a middle ground, and that is the higher you. And that's what we mostly connect to when we meditate, right? It's like the central point and connection of your own divinity. So spending more time in that space can help you reach your purpose, to know what you have to do. Because what you have to do isn't about how much money you make, or fame or ego or anything like that. It's about your mission here. Whether it's currently what you should be doing, like right now, your focus, or a mission, like a destiny of sorts, that you have to fulfill within this lifetime. Either way, spending some time alone and just allowing yourself to be, to flow, not overthinking, not dwelling on thoughts that come through, allowing them to pass by. It's okay if they come, but allow them to just pass by and just be in the present moment, especially out in nature. Okay, because that is going to help you center yourself. It's going to help you connect with yourself better, make yourself flow, and that is the peace you want to be in. Okay? Working on some sort of skill that you have, working on that project, working on even yourself. Maybe it's you that needs to heal, that needs to not take things too personally or too seriously in order to move along in life. Because with the justice, everything will flow how it needs to flow. You will get to your answer. It just depends. Like basically, we all will fulfill some sort of destiny. But it's just how long will it take you to get there, depending on if you're working on it, if you're working on yourself. Are you pushing it away, or are you getting closer to it, right? Your everyday decisions, mentally, verbally, physically, every decision you make, every thought you think, all of that tends to decide where you go in life. Okay, so always be conscious, always be present of what you're thinking, how you're acting, how you're reacting to things. Because with the Hanged Man here, it's saying that you need a change in perspective. You need to be patient with yourself and change the way you think, change the way you live, change your actions, your mood, your emotions, your thoughts, energy, all of it. It has to change in order for things to flow, in order for you to find your purpose. Underneath the deck, you got the Knight of Presents. That's the Knight of Pentacles. Basically saying that anything of value, of worth, of quality takes time. Okay? Stop thinking that everything needs to be rushed. It doesn't. Healthy food shouldn't take 2 minutes to make, like you would find in a fast food restaurant. It should take, I don't know, 10, 15, 30 minutes, an hour sometimes, depending right on the meal. But at least you know you're being fed right. Okay? And sometimes having to go out of your way and drive an hour just to get to a farmer's market where you'll find healthier food, even that is worth to do, because you're investing in yourself and your own health, rather than shopping in some grocery store where everything is cheaper quality, whether it's not a nutritional, maybe even came from a lab, maybe it's been sprayed by chemicals. Take the time to do what needs to be done in order for your life to shift, and so you can see your true potential and your goal, what your destiny is. And a lot of people don't understand that food is what can make your brain foggy, that can make you start to not memorize things correctly, that will make you not think as clearly, right? So invest in healthier options. And for the love of everything holy, please stop drinking energy drinks, because it is only sugar in there. And I know a person that got diabetes because of it. So leave your monster drinks or whatever other drinks that are energy. It's not energy. It is chemicals and it is sugar. Okay, so please think of what you're doing. Be conscious, constantly present with yourself at every moment of every day. And you will start to gain insight into your true potential, into your true purpose. Okay, so group 1, that is all I have for you. I hope this helps. Take the steps that I laid out for you and see how things slowly start to shift. Okay, comment below and tell me, what skills maybe your ancestors had that you might have inherited. I'd love to know. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. It also helps this message get to people that need to hear it. My socials are down below. And remember that you can commission a personal reading if you want to know what maybe you should be focusing on, how you personally can get to your purpose, and whatever other situation or thing you want to know. So I'll see you guys next time. Hello group 2, welcome to your reading. So how can you find your purpose? Family connections, respect, people, kinship. So connecting to family. Group 1 had a similar sort of card, but it seems like maybe even you guys, someone might be, or maybe someone watching from group 1, connecting with ancestors and family. Perhaps, okay, I'm hearing family business for some. Maybe you need to carry that on, especially if it had been failing, or maybe it had been closed. Maybe it was something that your grandparents had, and it's up to you to reopen it and continue this sort of legacy. It could be something like that. It could be a skill that you inherited from family. Perhaps some of you need to work on that. And again, this doesn't have to be, like I told group 1, it doesn't have to be something that you earn money from. It could be a service to other people, something you do on the side, right? It doesn't have to be that you have to be famous for this or anything like that. This is just something like a purpose in your life. Okay, so take however it resonates for you. Perhaps you find your purpose by helping your community. Focus on children, pregnancy, birth, adoption. So some sort of creation, creating something new, bringing something new to the world. This could be creative as in like artistic, some sort of passion project, some sort of innovation or invention. Birthing something. Connect with past loved ones. What is this? Sense, feel, reconnect. Some of you may be mediums, or maybe you have a gift that you can speak to past loved ones, which you could put into use by helping people get closure, or just passing along messages that these people need to hear. And that's for a very rare few, because not everyone will have this gift. It could be by meditating and connecting to your ancestors, calling them out and asking perhaps even what your purpose should be, what you should be doing. And it's not, when you're meditating, for those of you that do, the answer is not going to come when you are just focusing and waiting for it. The answer that doesn't come from you but comes from higher source is going to be one that comes right off the bat. The moment you ask the question, you will get either a visual or a word or a feeling of what the answer is. Okay, so the moment you get it, as soon as you ask the question, the answer comes right away. So don't dwell on it, don't like push it away, but start thinking, because then you're using your own mind, your own judgment, and that is not the real answer. Phoenix rising. So you're going to get your answer to your purpose when you start to build yourself up, when you start to rise, when you invest in yourself and put yourself first. And I don't mean that in an egotistical way, I don't mean that in a prideful way, or that you have to hate on other people. No, this is putting yourself first in the most basic of ways. Making sure you're good, making sure you're healthy, your mind is okay, that you're stable, that, you know, even, you don't have to be like happy-go-lucky, you don't have to be a happy hippie, but just feeling content and satisfied with your own presence, with your own company, you know, just being whole within yourself. Pride. So removing pride, removing the ego. Once you remove that, and it's okay to be prideful for some things, like your achievements, right? You want to feel proud of yourself for achieving something. But this type of pride, this is the toxic kind. The one where you think you're better than. The one where you're putting yourself on a high horse. The one where you think you're the hottest shit in town. You have to humble yourself, ground yourself. When you flow with the flow of the universe, with the energy source, with nature herself, when you flow, you're going to get answers easily. You're going to feel more happier, more stable, more grounded. And that is the type of peace that not even the richest person can afford. Tree of Souls, Collective Wisdom, Kinship, Group, Library. Okay, so you have the family connections, connect with past loved ones, and now this collective wisdom. It feels like there is the way to find your purpose is to connect, but it will depend on you, on what that means for you. This could be connecting with your community, connecting with your family, your soul tribe. Some sort of connections have to happen. Maybe your purpose is some sort of group effort, right? Coming along with other people to create something better, maybe for your neighborhood or for society, right? Putting aside pride, ego, and each other's differences, and coming together to unite and really make a difference. Not unite in hating other people or distancing yourself from others or putting yourself that you're better than them, but creating a harmony that includes them as well. So let's see what your tarot has to say. Okay, got a lot of cards. So group 2, the way to find your purpose here is to, with the High Priestess here, is to connect to your divine, something higher than yourself, because you're not your body. You are only activating this body in order to exist in this third dimensional world. Without a body, you would go through things. You wouldn't be able to pick things up, use anything, right? So in order to exist here, the spirit you, the real you, are fueling this body. But you have to connect to that spirit you because of maybe your environment, the way you grew up, your education system, your politics, whatever it is. They have disconnected you from yourself. And you're believing lies about yourself. You have created a persona based on how they acted towards you or based on what they said you were like, right? You have put so much clutter upon yourself, but you are the one that has to now deprogram, rewire, remove all that clutter because that isn't you. You have to connect to your divinity, to your magic, to your true self in order to find your purpose. You have to stop battling yourself. Stop arguing with yourself, hating on yourself, degrading yourself. Only then can you find the true balance, the part of you that has focus and clarity. And group 1 also had the Knight of Pentacles, I believe, which is telling you that anything of value, of quality, of greatness, it takes time. It takes effort, patience, passion, discipline, accountability. It takes all those things, but the rewards are so much greater afterwards because then you have something that is long term and not some temporary shit that is just going to come and go and then you're on phase 1 again thinking, what should I do now? Okay? Take the time to work on yourself because you are worthy. If you weren't worthy, you wouldn't have existed. Think about the most annoying of creatures like a mosquito. The fact that even they have a purpose. Whatever it is, I personally don't know. But even they have a purpose. If you remove some sort of, like the smallest insect on this planet, you would have changed the whole ecosystem. So yes, you are worthy. But just take your time with it. Be patient with yourself. Trust the process and enjoy the journey. A lot of the times when people get everything that they wanted, they get bored with their life. And then they realize that the whole fun part of it wasn't getting to the destination, but the actual journey. So take the time. Okay, and something will come out of it. You got the Ace of Wands. Opportunities are going to flow. New ideas are going to flow once you start doing the work, connecting. Group 1, I felt, was more about connecting with self. But with you guys, it's more about connecting with others. There might be a purpose here where it's about connecting with other people, maybe even collaborations. Maybe getting a partner or partners to open a business together, right? There's some sort of connections with others, with family, with ancestors, okay? Underneath the deck, you got the Ten of Swords. So this is about clearing your mind, gaining focus, and stop overwhelming yourself. Stop with burdening yourself with things that are unnecessary, that are pointless. Okay, that heaviness, that is all mental. And your mentality you can control. You just need the discipline for it. Okay, so if you're struggling with, let's say, depression, procrastination, anxiety, any of those things, start to work out, do cardio, go to the gym, dance, do anything that moves your entire body, makes you sweat, your heart pound. And no, I don't mean that in a sexual way, but do some sort of activity that really gets your muscle group going, that makes your mind focus, because you need that blood flow. You need to shake things up in order to think more clearly. And I noticed that recently, as I have been working out every other day, but dancing in between those days, I started to notice just how more productive I started to get. because I have been procrastinating for like over a month now. And just starting to get more active and moving and shaking up my body is starting to make me more focused on the tasks that need to be done. So group 2, I hope this resonated with you guys. I hope it helped. Re-watch, take notes if you need to, so that you have some sort of guideline of, just little tips and suggestions of what you may be doing or what you could be doing within your day, just to sort of get closer to your purpose. I believe that some of you do have some sort of idea of what this could be. So work on it. If you now have that reassurance of, yes, this is what you need to do, start to, make a plan, sort things out, brainstorm, get maybe people together, start, forming this. So do remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'd love to know where you are on your journey. Remember that you can commission a personal reading if you need more clarity, whether it's on this topic or any other, or just to know, what you should know right now, what you should be focusing on right now. I can help you with that. All my socials are also linked down below where you can follow me for more. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Welcome, group 3. So let us see, how can you find your purpose? Spirit guides, insight, guidance, purpose. You got purpose for a purpose reading. So connecting with your higher self, your spirit guides, your intuition. And this could be done through meditation, through breathing exercises, right? Anything that puts you in that natural flow, that helps you calm down, stabilize yourself, be still, right? That's when ideas, insight starts to come along. You got tune in and connect, nonverbal communication, intuition messages. Again, intuition. This is very straightforward for you guys. Teach and share, instill, instruct, educate. So some of you might be some sort of educators. Maybe you need to become a teacher, and maybe not in the traditional sense, but maybe just teaching others some sort of skill you have, maybe through YouTube or creating a course, like a physical course where people come in and you teach them things. That could be for some of you. Okay, I know, I kind of sense who this reading is about in my own life. So just in case this person watches, it could also be creating your own firm, or for others it could be, I'm hearing, even if someone older is watching, instilling or passing down life lessons to someone, sharing ideas. That could be your purpose, but how to find it. Oh, candle is dying off. It is connecting to the self, right? That flame is going back to the center of the wick, to where it all began. So that is what you have to do. Connect with your higher self, with your soul self, with your guides, in order to know. Unleash your creativity. So some of you may be artists, or perhaps you are, maybe you're not doing art now, but you do have some sort of artistic, oh wow, flame is coming back. You have some sort of artistic skill inside of you. Perhaps either you already know what that is and you just have doubts, and this is just confirmation that you do need to work on that, or it's something that you haven't found yet. So go look online, find a list of every type of artistic medium that exists, see what piques your attention, try to attempt at doing it, watch tutorials about it, whatever you need to do, and get into it. Because some of you, your purpose is to be creative, to be an artist. Whether that is as a hobby and maybe teaching others through it, or your actual job, just there is some sort of purpose to this. You have how teachable are you? How interesting. So you have teach and share, and how teachable are you? So for some, you need to learn something. You need to learn maybe how to teach and share. Maybe you need to learn a new skill that can potentially get you to your purpose. Here this girl has a violin beside her, so perhaps some of you need to get into music. Whether it's playing an instrument, maybe it's singing. And I know with that look, the way she's looking at the violin, it's like, oh, but who's gonna take the time to learn this? That's why it's asking you, how teachable are you? You need to take the time. You need to be present with it. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy messing up and trying and, getting better, because that journey is going to be the fun part. It's going to be knowing that thing later on, being a pro at it, or even just good enough. It's going to make it that much more worthwhile. It's going to make you that much more proud. And I'm just amazed that this flame is going, despite that it almost blew out before. Full Moon Temple, celebration, peak, transcendent moment. So maybe it's through learning this sort of skill, whatever it is, and getting that insight from your spirit guides. Perhaps this becomes like a moment that changes or shifts your life. For some of you, you could get the idea through some sort of celebration. Maybe you go to an event and you notice, the planner there, or the DJ there, or whatever it is, and you think, oh my gosh, I would love to do that, right? It's like something sparks inside of you. So there is some sort of shift that will take place for some of you, that you suddenly get that insight of what you really want to do. Mountain lights, light beings, portals, subtle energies. Okay, I got the message that some of you have a specific spot or place that you really love going to. Maybe that could be the place where you can sit and enjoy and just be in that present moment, where you might get an idea. So try to go to that place, but don't force it. Don't expect anything. Just enjoy yourself there. And it says subtle energies. So if you do start to feel something subtle, something that starts to pull at you, notice it. Maybe you can journal and just write what you're feeling, what you notice. Maybe a specific type of animal crosses your path that you don't see often. Write down what that animal was. What was it doing? And later, and don't use your phone. Try to tune social media, your phone, everything off, and just be in that present moment. Write down whatever it is you saw, how you felt, what that animal did, and later when you go home, then try to see what that specific creature, what spiritual meaning it holds. And maybe there you'll get some sort of insight. Because your spirit guides do send you messages, okay? Your ancestors, your spirit team, whoever they are, they do send you messages through animals, through song lyrics, through you picking up a piece of conversation you overhear while passing by, however it may be. Okay, I'm going to have to turn off the camera to shuffle the tarot because my battery's about to die, so I'll see you in a second. Okay, group 3. So your purpose how it's going to come to you will be a bit slow. There could be an offer that comes to you, some sort of opportunity that comes your way that you discover your purpose through it. Okay? But it's going to sort of come in a little slower, but when it does, it's going to sort of surprise you. Okay, so it's going to take a little bit of time, but it's going to surprise you when it does come. Confirmation. And you're going to uncover your gifts through it. Okay? It's going to propel you forward through your life, where you're going to feel a lot more stable, a lot more sure of yourself, that this is what you're supposed to be doing. Okay? So just be in the constant flow of things. Don't pressure yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overthink it. Just allow things to flow. Make the appropriate choices. And eventually things will come through. Things will trickle in. Okay? Underneath the deck, you got the 7 of Needles. I always have to take time with the Roman numerals. Which is telling you to do not overcomplicate yourself mentally. Okay, because this here, it's chaotic. You don't want to be in the chaos energy. So remove yourself from drama, cut cords and ties if you need to, but be stable, content, still, then just flow. Okay, don't take life or things too seriously. Just take it as it comes and make the appropriate decisions and choices in life, okay? So group 3, that is all I have for you guys. I hope this resonated somehow. I wish you guys luck. I hope you find your purpose. If you need more guidance of any kind, whether it's this topic or any other, I do personal readings. So don't hesitate to commission me. All the links are down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe in order for this to find more people that need to hear it and for you to be updated with future videos. All my socials are linked down below as well. And I will see you guys next time.